Ladies and gentlemen, I have a sweet one for y'all today here. It's going to be Shadow Galarian Weezing. So I told y'all I didn't have one of these, but I was able to get some video from a local here in Texas. So I'm going to be showcasing that. Going to be 3 sets here today. The team's going to be Pangoro in the front with Shadow Weezing as the closer, and then the safe swap's going to be Shadow Typhlosion. So, yeah, right off the bat though, I'll just say it looks like fighting in the lead's going to be a little tough, but because it's going to be so bad for Pangoro, but also having that energy advantage against Typhlosion is going to possibly do a lot because this team's actually pretty frail. Pangoro and Typhlosion specifically are both very high attack weighted mon, meaning that they don't have very good defense and HP stats for Great League. So we're going to be going over that. It's going to be, I believe, this is Open Great League, or not Open Great League. I believe it's Great League Remix. Pretty sure. But I guess we'll just go into it, and we'll judge it on the thumbnail that I had in there after the fact. All right. If you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into these battles. All right, well, we have Machamp here in the lead, so that's already not great. But let's see what we do. Probably going to go into the Typhlosion here. Again, that is the safe swap in this team. Shadow Typhlosion does a lot of damage. Interesting to come in with Drifblim here because we can definitely go for this Thunder Punch. We are able to get, we have a lot of time with this. So what they're probably going to do, this is an Icy Wind. I don't know if it KOs because we do resist it. But if it doesn't, we already are at this Thunder Punch, so we're going to be able to get this off. Even reduced once, I believe this will probably end up KOing the Drifblim if they let it go through. So we have one switch, and we had Shield. Typhlosion did a lot. All right, Purified Whiscash here. I wonder if they're running Return. This, remember, not too long ago, this was king of the meta. This and Shadow Gligar were just everywhere. They end up catching on Skarmory. Interesting. The Skarmory Mudboy core still doing great today. Interesting to go for the second close combat here, considering we probably want to go into Typhlosion, I guess, just to get the shield and then know that we're just going to eat this matchup up. They're not going to be able to make it to a move. There was a nerf on Steel Wing, which is... Now we're seeing 2 nerfed mon here. So this is almost assuredly Great League Remix. This is Great League Remix, 100%. Because it's a lot of the old mon. We're at 2 Blast Burns here. Again, Blast Burn 50 energy, so you can get to 2, which is very nice for the Community Day move here. Going to go for the Farm Down here. And they just have 1 mon left. My God, it's Reggie. So we go for double Blast Burn, and that's GG. It probably KOs even from here. Shadow Typhlosion's a monster. Okay, let's see if it KOs, right? Oh, they left. I think they left. Dang. Probably would have KO'd those 75%. Ends up being a Powder Stone Ninetales here. Really good to stay in to see if a Charm comes through. The only thing with that is if one Charm does come through, it is double super effective against Pangoro, considering that Fairy is super effective against both Dark and Fighting. So it would actually do like 25 to 30%, which is crazy. We end up going into Weezing here. Makes a lot of sense because Typhlosion is the big counter to this. They end up coming in with Bastiodon. Tough. This is the move we do want to throw, so luckily that is good for us, but the fact that it caught's not great. But we do have a shield advantage, so it is possible that something like Typhlosion could do something at the end of this. I guess they're going for like a full farm down, but we just had a massive energy advantage going into this matchup. So even though we're now 4 times reduced in attack, this is the lowest we can be, so maybe we get another move off. We could also just come Pangoro and just like farm down, but we get to another overheat, which means we'll take the shield, or this will get KO'd and we'll take switch, which is good because we have the Typhlosion for this Ninetales, most likely. Well, I do think most of them are running Psyshock? Psywave? Oh, it is running Dazzling Gleam. Okay, we do technically resist that. They do end up coming in with Golurk. We go for the Night Slash, which is super effective, while the punches are fighting move there. Karate Chop is actually double resisted, but we are 1 away from this Blast Burn. The Blast Burn will KO 100%. I just can't remember what HP this Alola Ninetales is in the back, so I guess we'll see if it's... They did use a lot of energy, though, and does it get one shot? Okay, it does. All right, Glade. So some interesting things about the Gallade here. They do get to close combat in 4, I believe. So we do CMP. This is neutral because they are Psychic type in conjunction with their Fighting type. Oh, I guess they get there in 5. So they end up trying to go for the catch here on Guzzlord. We have the Galarian Weezing for this, so we'll probably just switch into that. Maybe we'll get some energy before and then switch into the Weezing there. Okay. Goes for the catch. Now, the worst thing... Really? Sludge Bomb is neutral. This can't really KO us. That was interesting. I guess just wanted to maintain the max health. They do end up coming in with Registeel, going to go up to a double overheat. Going for the bait here for 2 reasons. Actually, we'll just pause it real quick. 2 reasons to go for the bait here. 1, we're not going to get our attack drop by too much. And 2, we can do some damage before going for that attack drop. So we'll try to get in just the little hits here, and then we can go for the overheat right before they get to the next move. Also, something to note is we do have Typhlosion in the back, so we really don't care too much. Shadow. That's the shadow damage. Alright, gonna probably go up to close combat. I don't know if we'll bait or actually throw. Oh, trying to catch the close combat does not. They actually have a Lowland... Oh, Kanto Grimer. This thing I'm starting to see kind of everywhere. I saw it 3 times in Dunebug's video, 3 or 4 times, and now I'm seeing it here. I saw it 2 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times on Homeslife Hendry's video, or stream, and then he was also using it himself, so... They do come in with the Quillfish here. We do go in with the Pangoro. One thing we do have to note is their Pangoro has a ton of energy. I think they're at 8, which is back-to-back Night Slash if they want it. So, looks like we're going to go all in on Typhlosion here, which makes a lot of sense. They do end up coming in. And we sneak an Incinerate through, which is pretty nice. And we banked a Night Slash for the... Catching you here in the middle of the video. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. Just take a second. Hit it. Alright, back to the video. On in the back as well. Luckily, with sneaking that Incinerate, the second one is going to go through no matter what. So we are actually able to take out this Pangoro. They are... This is super effective, but they definitely can KO this Typhlosion before we can, but we do have the move still stored on Pangoro. The question is this a Night Slash range? Pangoro has a very high attack stat, as we said before. So we're hoping so because we cannot make it to that close combat, which actually technically is resisted, but still would have been nice. All right, we get it out. Another Alolan Ninetales. So again, they're on Powder Snow, which is nice. It just means that this is going to be Weather Ball Ice, which is not going to KO. We can definitely get to these close combats, which are neutral, or we can bait it. I believe this is CMP, though. So it's possible we will have to shield this next move if we want to get through a lot of this energy. It is good to note that with the Powder Snow variant, it is 5 and then 4. It looks like we went for back-to-back CMP. Not the best for us, but we did win Switch. Ooh, and then we gave it away to the Nidorina. Nidorina, not one I've seen in a while. I do remember seeing some of these way back in the day. I feel like maybe 6, 7 seasons ago. Obviously, you get to 1500, so it actually is decently bulky. I wonder if it's just got a better moveset than something like Nidoqueen. I will admit I'm not too familiar with movesets for a Nidorina. But we do get the overheat off, which brings it down to about 15%, which is nice. So they actually have Poison Fang. But we get it down in an Incinerate, which means we also have this lead going into the next matchup, and that's fantastic. Okay, Galarian Weezing, not the best. Interesting Golisopod here. So Thunder Punch is actually super effective, but Blast Burn is also neutral. Unfortunately, we do get a move off here, but we do get an Incinerate through, so we do have a decent amount of energy going into this next matchup. They don't go for a Liquidation, which is interesting. Maybe they actually don't have it. It's very possible that they actually have... what's the other move? Airy Lace is what sometimes they use if they want to have extra coverage. We do have back-to-back Blast Burns. I know how to talk. And now we have our own Galarian Weezing into their Galarian Weezing. The only thing we have to really worry about is possibly an overheat. But the thing is, if they overheat, their attack stat's going to get reduced by so much. And it'll show that they don't have play rough, probably. They're probably not going for double nukes, so it would mean that Pangoro is going to be a little bit safer. And this is their last Pokemon, so they're stuck in this 2 times reduced attack state for the rest of the game, which is one of the tough things about having buffs and debuffs. But they do end up living here. Probably don't have to shield this, to be honest. Maybe we do shield the first one, but I don't know. Maybe they go for the bait. Ooh, guy, that's not great for you. All right, GG. Another freaking Alola Ninetales. All right. At least we probably will have learned from the last one. Okay, this time we do go straight for the close combat. We'll see if they shield or not. It is neutral. Then we go in for the Weezing to try to catch a move. They actually don't let a move go off. It is actually Whiscash in the back, which is very bad for us. Does the Shadow get one-shot by Mud Bomb? I kind of doubt it. Okay, it makes some sense. But we don't really have a lot to throw back at this because Overheat is resisted by the Watermon of Whiscash. And Brutal Swing, not doing a lot of damage this season, actually reduced in damage, but faster to get to. So the trade-off probably enough for us to not really do much here. I do go for the Night Slash on CMP. Obviously, we're going to win CMP. They're a very bulky mon. They have a low attack stat. We're a very frail mon. But if it's Scald, it KOs. Mud Bomb, not so much. We definitely outpace, and I guess we're going to go all in on this. But the thing is, with a Alola Ninetales in the lead, the odds of this Typhlosion being good against the Backmon seem pretty low. Yeah, pretty bad. But also, we only have to get to 2 Blast Burns. The only thing is, this is very fast to get to moves. It'll probably go back to back here. And the question is, okay, I really like throwing this to take the shield, because otherwise they would have the shield on the Alola Ninetales. Whereas we get the shield back, and then we can go for maybe one more. Or we can just throw right away. I actually think I would go for a right away throw. Ooh. Ooh, perfect weight. Psyshock would be the worst move here. But, oh my god. Waiting the turn was so good there. Maybe the only win condition. Really good management of the 50-second shot clock there. Alright, Machamp into Bastiodon. Okay, well, at least the Bastiodon's gone for the Weezing, at least. And this is not trivial damage. This is neutral. And does a lot. And it does like 50% to Bastiodon. Not too bad. Almost made it to another one. Would have gotten the shield back. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do that. We can take a move, though. The worst move here is Flamethrower, because we do resist Stone Edge, being a fighter type. And Flamethrower is non-stab and is a very bulky mon again. Probably can just throw close combat right away, to be honest. Okay, I kind of like throwing this just because you might, if you get reduced, you're going to go down to like no HP. This is tough because it seems like it'd be like a Whiscash in the back. And then we lost CMP to Machamp because Machamp's attack stat is way higher. We do get the shield. That's nice. The worst this could be is Stone Edge. Okay, they did go for it. We have a lot of energy. Oh my god, we have the Overheat. That's GG. What a mon to have in the back. Notice they do have Magical Leaf because Razor Leaf was nerfed this season, so they probably just gave up on that move. Drift Blim is good for us in a general sense. The worst move they can throw at us is Icy Wind, which, to be honest, not a big damaging move, and we are resisting the Astonish as well. The only thing is they are triple resisting our Karate Chop, but we did get an attack boost. Okay, they come in with a Golurk. This is actually our best answer to Golurk. We did get the boost. That's not going to play too pivotal a part. I think they gave up. Yeah, boosted Pangoro plus not really getting affected by a lot of moves here. Just has too much HP to basically survive. Yeah, our opponent left for sure. Okay, we can just get... Oh, they left, yeah. Clefable. I don't know if you noticed this, by the way. We have lost every single lead, basically. I guess the Alola Ninetales leads are pretty neutral, but they can be risky. But yeah, Clefable... Having Meteor Mash is interesting. Actually makes it super effective against the Weezings. I think someone in my comments section mentioned that as well. Having Meteor Mash in this cup can give you a lot of advantages that just you don't usually get on the normal Clefable if you go Moonblast and Swift. But Swift is so fast to get to, so there's trade-offs, obviously. We're very fast to get to our moves. Again, 4 Karate Chops gets you to a Night Slash every time, and it is super effective here. I mean, we technically lived this, which is why I was so surprised we shielded the first one, but I guess since we got the boost on the first one, we in the other game, I mean, we really wanted to take advantage of that boost and really push through the damage on Pangoro. Okay, gonna let it go. Makes sense. Probably going to come in with Typhlosion, get a little bit of farm. Oh, interesting. I guess because we're going to go to Brutal Swing. Okay, and then we're going to go all in on Typhlosion in the end. Oh, interesting. Might even let this go. Let Typhlosion have a shield in the back. Makes a lot of sense for where we are. They probably don't get to another Icy Wind. 2 of these will KO. A Blast Burn will KO this. They definitely don't get to their move first. Takes them 12 turns to get to Foul Play, and it only took us 10 turns to get to this Blast Burn, considering we already got a Incinerate through on the Drifblim. Okay, Dragonite. Really bad lead because it's also really good against Typhlosion, but probably going to go for this close combat and dip just to get the shield advantage here. Ends up having a Bastiodon in the back. Seems like a team we posted almost the other day. So, is it Registeel in the very back? If it's Registeel in the very back, but I was going to say that gives us a huge advantage, but I'm not too sure because that Dragonite actually has a ton of energy. They actually have a move stored on Dragonite, so that's interesting. Okay, like the last Bastiodon, that's almost a quote, the last Bastion. They let us get to a lot of moves here. They are very low. Honestly, this is so good for them because we don't get much farm. But it's also fine for us if the Dragonite comes in and throws a move. That's what I would like to happen. I was going to say we could shield. This looks like it was CMP, and even if it's not, he's not at 2 moves. So we could throw right away as well. I think it is another steel type in the back. Maybe it's Empoleon. Oh my god, it's a rock type. Regirock. Wait a minute. If you're from my comments section and you're running this Regirock, let me know, because someone in the comments section said they were going to use Regirock instead of Registeel because it was more interesting and not being meta dependent. Oh man, 1 HP in a dream. This is probably game because Pangoro's not. I don't think you're gonna live to get to this move, and this move's not gonna be enough anyways. That was so close, so close. I wonder if we went back-to-back Thunder Punch, if that would have been better. Not too sure. All right, Pangoro into Drifblim. You guys seen this one before. It is the Shadow variant, just to note. So Icy Wind might be enough from this range on Shadow. No, we still got 20% HP, buddy. But our attack stat is reduced, but it's still only going to take 2 Night Slashes to KO this Mon, which is nice. I do like switching out just to force a switch, plus we know we're going to outpace anyways, because even though Astonish does great damage now, still not the most efficient energy move in the game. So definitely can take an Icy Wind here. Could not have taken a Shadow Ball. That's good to note. This is obviously going to KO, or we get a massive shield advantage for Typhlosion in the back. Okay. We still have 2 shields, which is nice. Weezing, we're definitely going to come in with Typhlosion. Going to shield once, probably for sure. I wonder if we shield twice and go for the full farm down. Okay. I like saving a shield for the back. We're definitely going to make it to another Blast Burn if needed, as long as hopefully it's something we can do well against. I don't know. Rollout's super effective, but they only have really like Body Slam. Okay, I like coming in Pangoro. I kind of forgot we had this much left, and we do resist the rollouts because we were fighting type versus rock move. All right, looks like what we've settled on is close combat and then dip into Weezing. So I like that we slowly figured it out, and now we're just doing it every time. This is how you form teams, right? You play it for a while, you see what works, what doesn't work. We went for some baits and stuff in the previous games, but now we're totally fine going all in. You kind of need to shield this at least to just get the clock back at least. Hippowdon. Was it Shadow? No. Wow, it ends up taking a ton of damage. Actually, this KO's crazy. We just blew through this thing. The only thing is, oh, it actually lived, but it doesn't have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it could have a move, actually. I'm not 100% sure. Probably gotta let this go. This Weather Ball Rock, I mean, we resist. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh my god, Typhlosion. Wait, was the front Alolan Ninetales? Although this is the best attack left is Aerial Ace, so definitely going to have to shield this. Actually... Okay, we'll go for the Farm Down and the double Blast Burn onto the Typhlosion. That's GG. Oh no, we lose! Oh no. That sucks. Unless it close combat KOs, or we go double Night Slash, we will win CMP here against the Leaf Blade. Okay, wait a minute. Nice. Yeah, really well played, to be honest. Very well played. It seemed like you want to go all in on Typhlosion, but you have to go for the farm down there. Such a good game. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for the submission there. 2 Qualls. Just want to make sure I get the name right. Yeah, he's on my Battle Frontier team, and yeah, thank you for the submission. Like I said in the previous video, I don't have a Shadow Galarian Weezing, so I'm really glad I was able to showcase this to y'all. If you have it, this team looked bonkers. Look how many leads were lost in this video, and how many games were won, and that should really be a telltale sign of the strength of this team. Yeah, so I'll let you go on that one. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. It helps me out so much here with the YouTube analytics. And let me know what teams you're using. And if you have a Shadow Galarian Weezing, if you're going to use this team, let me know as well. And I'll catch you. Oh, and if you were the person in this video talking about that Vergyverg team, let me know if that was you, because that'd be awesome if we just randomly got the video of you using it. That'd be so cool. All right, catch y'all later. Hey, thank you for watching the video. And if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.